Welcome back to another episode of Figuring Out. Today, we have a guest who is way different than any other guest we have ever had. Okay. And instead of me talking about it, because you've already heard that in introduction, I don't want to more talk about it. I want to hear it from him. Why don't you introduce everybody in 60 seconds who you are and what do you do?
You put me really on the spot. Huh? You got on the back foot after a very long time. My name is Laksharaj. I come from this one-horse town called Udaipur, which is also called the Venice of the East and the City of the Lakes. And the thought process and the journey is that soon we will transform things and life in a manner where Venice is known as the Udaipur of the West.
Wow, that's a huge ambition to have. Do you think that comes from a tradition of a family where everybody had this kind of thought process, or it's just something young which you are trying to get in the world?
I think as humans, we all bounce off from our environment. I think that's something that plays a huge role, and I wish I could take credit for it solely and only myself. But that would only mean that I am lying. But I certainly say that everybody has a role around you, from be it a piece of furniture, humans. The hills, the water, the structures, the buildings, the people, all of that, kind of play a huge role. So I think it's an amalgamation of all of that, Absolutely. Which allows you to be able to think more openly and freely.
So now you pointed out a very good thing. Okay, we started on the foot of family and Udaipur, and you ended the last line with thinking freely. Right? Everybody in India has this pressure of family. Right? They all have this pressure because they can't do something very freely. They have to think about it.
Correct.
But when we compare it with your situation, because you have a 1500-year-old legacy to build on, do you think your every decision has that process into it, or you have to maintain that family legacy, or do you have that pressure that I can't think I can think and act freely?
There are 2-3 things. One is that there is no thinking. Okay? The second thing is that there is thinking.
Okay.
And the third thinking is there is overthinking. And the fourth thinking is that there is total confusion.
Okay.
Right? So you have to make sure that, all these sort of things are looked at from this lens where you're not doing a lot of it that is around it and you're just trying to really just think.
Yeah.
And you make sure that you're not overthinking, you're not underthinking, you're not causing confusion. So, so that is the only way. Otherwise, one will never be able to make a decision or think about anything or do anything if this is the thing that is the only thing that is going on in one's mind.
True.
Okay, 1500 years of history. Now, suddenly when you say that, no, there is the greatest weight of the world that is on your chest. So if I carry that, then there is nothing I can do.
Absolutely.
So the idea is, yes, as much as one needs to be conscious about it, but it should become a huge ball of stone, an intangible stone which is bigger than this planet weighing on your chest.
True. That's a beautiful way to answer that. Instead of thinking about the emotional baggage or the baggage of the history which you have in your head, you should rather focus on the baggage of the world which you're carrying with yourself on a daily basis.
So the question is, why carry baggage? The idea is not to carry baggage. If you're going to carry any sort of baggage, there is going to be a problem. So rather than it being a baggage, let it be something that is assisting you. लाश जो है ना वो पानी के साथ बहती है. इंसान जो होता है ना जिंदा वो पानी के खिलाफ बहने की क्षमता रखता है. So the choice is yours.
True.
Right? So if you want to be just a dead weight, because when you carry the world's weight on your chest, then you're just going to become a dead weight. Even if you're alive, you're just going to be dead weight. And what is that going to do? That is going to carry you downstream, because that's where water flows.
Wow.
Right? So the idea is that you want to go ahead in life. You want to move forward in life. So when that is the case, then you need to swim against the waves. And for that, you need to live. And when I say when you need to live, I don't only mean it in its conventional sense, but I also mean it beyond its conventional sense and spirit and all of that.
But if we put it down to very, very basic things in life, right? That is when it comes to make career choices, when it comes to love life, everything. And sometimes few families are against the kind of choices a young blood wants to make.
Correct.
So how do you handle that situation? Because I'm pretty sure if you can handle something like that, then for other people it will be very easy.
It's very simple. I always say, whatever I may say may be applicable to somebody else, not, and that is why I talk about formulas and structures. Okay. So if you are any time in that sort of a situation, the only thing that I say, you are up against your parents predominantly, that when you say this sort of a scenario, career choices are रोकेगा कौन? माता पिता रोकेंगे, भाई बहन रोकेगा, कुछ दोस्त रोक लेंगे, which is extended family, right? So that's the structure of people that we're talking about. So first and foremost, what you need to do in that is become completely dish passionate. You cannot go in with passion. You have to completely become dispassionate about it. Secondly, you have to talk about it in a very objective manner.
Okay.
Third thing you have to do is be very measurable in what you are having to say. So everything that can be quantified and can be measured. So if you want to make a career choice, you want to become a pilot, for example, you want to become a hotelier, for example, then I don't need to get into it emotionally because I have already let all the sort of substances, the factual points, the essence, all of it outside. Because then I'm not thinking straight. What is happening here? I'm going in a state of confusion.
Yeah.
I'm going in a state of overthinking.
Yeah.
I'm here going in a point of trying to prove. What is the idea? Is not to prove, but to improve.
Oh.
So how am I going to do that? When I'm objective.
And everything is measured down. Like
When everything is measured down. So even if it is basic or even if it is something which is the greatest mountain that is there perhaps in your world, the basics always remain the same.
Yeah. That's
तो
true.
वो चीज नहीं बदलने वाली,
हाँ.
सोच नहीं बदलने वाली, आगे वाली चीज बदलती रहेगी.
But okay, this gets me to a very nice question. Okay, it's a personal question. So most of the question which we
I
have,
thought we had an understanding before this started that you're only going to ask me easy questions.
this is a very
So you are not sticking on your word. I think difficult questions have to be left outside the door. But you brought all the difficult questions inside.
no.
So what happens now? So that's extra charge.
Okay. Well, that's one thing I absolutely love about you. Since the morning when we have met, I've been talking to my team. Like, everything which I thought about you, okay, it's completely gone. You have changed it in a way, and it's so good way that I'm not able to understand how to carry on next.
So that's the point. So the fact of the matter is that excess baggage was brought by you and you only.
Yeah.
Right. So the fact of the matter is that is another thing that people making choices need to do, not carry excess baggage.
Lovely.
So if you're talking to people, talking to family, talking to friends, talking to father, mother, why are you assuming and going inside? What is the spelling of assumption?
A-S-S.
Yeah, so stop there.
Nice. Good one. Yeah, really good one.
So, so the fact of the matter is, why are you being that? मैंने नहीं बोला.
हाँ.
तो हिंदुस्तानियों की खासियत होती है कि बिना किसी को कुछ अपशब्द कहे उसी से कहलवा दो.
Wow,
So the fact of the matter
that's
is that-
one trick down.
So that is one thing that you all of you youngsters need to understand, and everybody at all ages need to understand. And first thing that one needs to understand is the fact that there is no such thing as generation.
Okay.
All your podcasts and your videos and everything that I do see, and I'm a great fan of all of that. But what you need to understand is that this labeling that you guys have done in terms of generations, I call it generacism.
Ooh.
Right? So why are you typecasting people based on their age and category and that this person is boxed, label him? What do you call those people who are from 10 to 18 or 20 or something? I don't even know.
Yeah.
So you call something else to somebody else who's 20 plus and you call somebody else something
Gen
else.
Z, millennials.
Exactly. I've heard those terminology, but I don't even know where they. But why is that person not as much a part of this world and relevant today as much as that other 20-year-old also, and an 80-year-old is not part of that now as the others or the rest are.
Wow.
So these are boxes that we are labeling. So that is what I want to come down to. So the fact of the matter is that, one doesn't need to assume these sort of things before they kind of get in. So it's the excess baggage that the individual has created themselves, sown themselves. Leave it out.
How do you?
It ain't going to get you anywhere.
How do you think and believe like this? Because
No, you don't believe, you don't think, you do it. Thinking and believing में बहुत time waste हो जाता है. इतनी देर में तो मैं उस काम को कर लूँ.
Good
So
way.
पहले सोचूं, फिर believe करूँ, फिर उसको मैं करूँ.
But don't you think that, okay, so thinking freely, believing, सोचो सब एकदम free सोच होनी चाहिए. Is everything crafted by the family you are born in? Because since the beginning, they try to create measures, they try to create surroundings.
Who's
जो
they?
influence the family itself.
अच्छा.
They want their kids to live a life which they have not lived.
जी.
They want kids to be better than them, right? तो
Correct.
influencing factors बचपन से लगाना.
इसमें दो बातें आ जाती है वापस. Again, you have to understand the sentiment and the fabric behind it. One portion of it is the fact is coming from the base कि जो हमने नहीं किया हमारे बच्चे करें, which is very sweet.
Yeah.
These things were not available to us, but our kids should have it. So we want them to begin from step number 8. If we began from step number 5, we want them to begin there. So that is a very sweet, emotional, human thing for people to do. Which is fantastic. then that when up till that extent it's perfectly fine. Then the thopoing begins.
Yeah.
कि अरे मेरा सपना था कि मैं ये करूं, अब वो सपना जो है उसकी टोपी उस आदमी के साथ. So that is also coming from a base of love. And as they've said, anything that you have too much of is harmful. Could be anything in life.
True.
So that is where then I come back to annexure A. Anything that you have to talk about, you got to be objective about it. You got to be able to measure it. You got to be able to see that they are in the right quantity, in the right quantum, and eventually leading to a space and a place physically, otherwise small, big or large, where it is efficient and productive. Yeah. And that's what you got to kind of stand by and believe. And when you talk rationally, things happen. ऐसा नहीं है, you got to be positive in life. और जहाँ रसोई में एक से ज़्यादा बर्तन होंगे, आवाज तो होगी. So if you think that you're going to be in a kitchen which has no utensils, then there is no point being, because you'll be able to do nothing.
True.
And if that kitchen is going to have more than one utensil, there is going to be noise. But what is the productive part of it? What is the efficient part of it? What is the positive part of it? That there's going to be a great meal at the end of it, provided you go through that journey and that process very well.
Wow.
So that you cannot escape.
That's such a beautiful, well put answer. That it's actually.
That's what you told me to say, no? You gave me the script, I can read it, no? Now it's going on in front of us, now where I'm reading it.
That's where. But have you ever been, just a very out of curiosity question, because now I feel more like a younger brother to you. He was just guiding me and just slapped me in the beginning by like, you should stop labeling. So now I feel like a younger person trying to seek advice from you.
Well, thank you for making me feel old.
You are more young than me. You beat me like anything in the sports. Well, have you been ever pressured by anything?
Yeah, of course.
By your parents or by...
I think constantly your environment, people, so everything sometimes does pressure you. If I say that there has never been pressure in my life, again I would say that I am the biggest liar. तो ऐसा तो होता नहीं है ना जीवन में, मतलब every time there is something or another. Sometimes you yourself also put pressure on yourself. So why only blame external forces?
True. So did you pressure yourself for? Do you want to share a story where after which?
One thing I will definitely cut. Sorry, I'm interjecting again, but one thing I will certainly say: stories नाम की कोई चीज नहीं होती.
Okay.
वो किसी न किसी की हकीकत होती है और वो काल्पनिक नहीं है. What do you call it in English? Frictional.
Frictional.
So what do you call? That is not a story. It's not a frictional story of anyone. So it's a reality that they have lived, and that is something that as humans we have to be exceptionally sensitive to those sort of things and understand the fact कि हाँ उसे कहीं अच्छी मसालेदार कहानी मिल जाए. So if that is something that has been created by someone, great. I'll be the happiest man when you're reading frictional books or movies or whatever else it is, if it is a creation of their own. But if it is a fact of somebody, then that needs its due respect, and people like yourselves need to, and through you, one needs to say to people that they need to be able to differentiate between a friend and an acquaintance, and a story and a fact.
How do you have...
So these things cannot be just very loosely thrown, is my point of view. Now that judgment is on them. That decision is on them. Judgment perhaps may not be the right word, but that decision is on them. कि ये friend है कि acquaintance है. But अगर किसी की सच्चाई है तो उसको कहानी मत बोलो. और अगर कहानी है तो उसको कहानी बोलो.
Wow. It actually put me in places where instead of one question, I have two questions.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
So the first one is what is the most inspirational, let's say, something which your family has done, you have heard from them, and that has inspired you a lot. Something which your grandparent has done, or your father, or someone from the legacy which has done.
So to say any one thing would really be out of context and not right. It's been a legacy that has been coming for 1500 years. So, and it's the world's longest serving dynasty. So trying to pick up something at that point in time may be my mood now. Okay. But that will not be the most respectful thing for me to do. But it's the entire journey that has happened of 1500 years which has been inspirational. आज मेरे को सुबह ये चीज पसंद आ रही है, 15 मिनट बाद मुझे कुछ और चीज अच्छी लगेगी, 3 घंटे बाद मुझे कुछ और अच्छी चीज लगेगी. So that does not mean anything else but the fact that there are different things at different modes that are inspiring you. Yeah. Consistency has to be the most boring thing in life. So one thing that one always never has to do is to be consistent.
And why do you say so?
Because it's the most boring thing. Imagine trying to do the same thing every time. Every 2 minutes do the same thing. What will happen?
Yeah. I won't be able to.
Or every day do the same thing. What happens? Even if you exercise, you change your exercise routine. You do something else. You know, there are things that take place. If I play a sport today, I'll play table tennis like we did earlier. Then you want to play cricket for a little bit. So, you know, you keep exploring and keep changing. Do you have the same food every day? Do you have the same breakfast? Do you have the same tea? Do you have the same lunch? Do you have the same dinner? No. So that's not, you're not being consistent. You're having a bit of variety. You're changing things. You're evolving. You're doing things differently. So same way. So if I have to take inspiration from my ancestors or from my present, is the fact that one needs to be able to look at that entire thing in totality, and then at that flavor and at that moment, you pick up things that inspire you.
That's one of the best lessons I have heard, because I've always believed in consistency. But if you look at it in this way, consistency is the most boring way.
Precisely. But where, and one is not talking about it in its specific terms, one is talking about it in a more contextual term of life.
True.
So when you go to a factory, there only you need consistency. But I can't do that. And that is why humans are moving more towards robots to be able to do the same thing. Why is that happening? Your consistency doing repeatedly the same thing, beyond a point is just, it is, as far as I'm concerned, and in my life, what I have learned, and I don't mean to say that anybody else needs to practice it, but it gives me a lot of satisfaction. That is one thing that I cannot do. But there are certain traits that have to be consistent.
True.
But life cannot be consistent.
Yeah, that's there. And earlier you pointed out one thing, which also needs consistent efforts in order to figure out, that a human should be able to figure out between a friend and an acquaintance.
Correct.
How do you do that?
But that is on your own skills. There is no such formula में कोई ऐसी गुट्टी जो है नहीं पिला दें उसको या इंजेक्शन लगा दो कि अच्छा अब ये लग गया अब ये समझ में आ जाएगी. That's only experience. That's something that your gut feel is there, your sixth sense is there, your own sentiment is there, your own mind is there. And stop blaming it onto the other person. You need to start taking that responsibility on yourself. So those are things in the process and in the journey that will tell you, and thoughts will come about, ideas will come about, answers will come about of how you're kind of going. But you need to be first wired with the fact that there could be an acquaintance. At this point in time, everybody you meet, "Arey, mera dost hai." Right. So firstly, you need to tell your mind that we need to stop using and doing certain things exceptionally loosely. These are the two examples I have now. 15 minutes later, I may have something else. But today, just now, this is the point. But that's the idea. So whenever you are using something, communicating something, saying something, putting power in a certain element, you need to know that what is it that you're really doing. So if you're doing it for a friend, you need to know if he's a true friend or not.
True.
Yeah, that's an acquaintance, and that's an acquaintance. Possibility of a development or a growth of being a friend. That's a call you need to take. That nobody else is going to do for you.
Well, do you think that the kind of thought process which you have is very simple and straightforward? Okay, it's amazing, and it's something not everybody has. So, is it something which your family taught you, or was it you just grew yourself by reading certain amount of things or by hanging out with the right kind of people?
Family did teach me a lot of things, but there are certain things that I would also like to take credit for. No, but in all seriousness, absolutely, your family, your friends, as I said, your environment, you bounce off all these sort of things, and that allows you to be able to be your own individual, have your own thought processes.
Major incident which taught you the most?
Poverty of mind. Sometimes when you think of certain things and talk about certain things, at the end of the day, if there is poverty about anything that is around us, it's of the mind, of gestures, of things, of what we do, how we behave, what is an extension of us, what is it that we're leaving behind, what is it that I'm saying now, all of those sort of things. So these are the sort of things that you go back and think to yourself. कि वो मैंने क्या किया, क्यों किया, कैसे किया, कब किया, उसका क्या असर होगा? What impact is it going to have? So at the end of the day, the most beautiful thing, everybody starts talking about richness in terms of quantified stuff which you can touch and feel. And I feel that the richness is all in the intangibility of life.
Yeah.
So the more richer I get there, the better. No?
And how do you plan to get richer on
having conversations with you? It allows me to think. It allows me to introspect. It allows me to look into myself.
True.
Because every time when you are not doing anything, you are busy with something or another. But this time, I'm being able to focus on myself. So I should thank you as much as it is an interview, but one can feel that, it is just a conversation.
Yeah.
So this conversation is something that is a reflection of me, of what I have been introspecting.
Yeah.
So this will allow me to grow.
Absolutely.
It will allow me to be able to let go of certain things that I may have been thinking in a certain manner, or could do certain things differently. Certain things I didn't remember, or may have been in the back burner, maybe in the back of your mind. They've now perhaps come in the forefront of my mind. which is thank you to you, so that I've been able to think.
Wow, no, thanks to you. You're alive at every moment, okay? And you talked about richness, right? I want to put out the most basic question that people can have to you.
No, please.
Right? People look at you.
But you've broken the deal, so you owe me one. About all the difficult questions, I'm just reminding you again.
Wow. This has a lot of pressure. Now every word which is coming out of my mouth, I have... now, again, you tell me not to have emotional baggage, not to have this baggage, and you're reminding me of a baggage which I'm carrying right now.
No, I'm reminding you of a fact.
Okay.
These
facts are pushing me down.
You want to convert it into some excess baggage, that's another matter.
Yeah. So, the most basic question would be that people look at you and say like कि तुम्हारे पास तो सब है, तुमको क्या जरूरत होगी, क्या होगा, कैसे, like people
स्पेलिंग पूछो.
हाँ.
क्योंकि वो इस सवाल को पूछने से पहले सब वो assume कर रहे हैं. तो उनको बोलूंगा स्पेलिंग बोलो.
But have you ever looked at other people and felt like, okay, because the grass is greener on the other side, like this was the one thing which I didn't have in my life, so I missed it.
जी.
Have you ever looked at other?
नहीं, देखिए, to look for inspiration is very good. The question is again, I would want to quantify it. I would want to measure it.
Okay.
I want to look at it that is it materialistic that I'm looking for? Is it something that I'm looking for inspiration? What is it that I'm looking that I don't have? Usually when people are looking at I don't have is either things on you, or what is behind you, or what is on you, or what you are driving, and all that sort of stuff. And that is where I say again, you are establishing my previous point of poverty of mind. That is all that comes in the category of poverty of mind.
That's true.
So as I said again to you, richness of it comes from the fact that what is going to be there in my intelligence, in my mind, in my thinking.
So you have never compared.
एक फर्क होता है कि मतलब एक ये बहुत पैसे वाला आदमी है, पर ये आदमी बहुत बड़ा आदमी है. There is a difference. And unfortunately, a lot of the people and a lot of the young end up, leaning on the other side subconsciously. So, what is it that they are actually asking when you are asking this question? So, what I always usually do is try and help them decode what they are saying. Because they are asking the question, but without knowing what is it that they are actually asking.
True.
Is it a fancy watch? Is it a fancy shoe? Is it a fancy brand? Is it a fancy house? Is it a fancy car?
What exactly are they seeking is what.
Exactly. Is that what you're seeking? Then I'm certainly the wrong guy to go to.
But have you ever compared yourself with anyone? Because people tend to compare.
No, of course, and so you should. And it's very important. Like, for example, my inspiration comes and comparisons I do is from the armed forces.
Okay.
That's another thought. There is nothing that is specific to it. So I'm only comparing an ideology. Okay. So I would really like to compare that ideology now. What am I comparing? I want to be able to have that kind of discipline, because the armed forces have the most in-depth discipline that possibly anybody can ever think of. The dedication that they have of ultimate goal of giving your life up, the sacrifice, that could not be a bigger sacrifice that could be possible on this planet. Now, those are the things that I aspire for. Who am I comparing myself to? The armed forces. Why? Because I would love to be the most disciplined person. I would love to be the most dedicated person. And dedication to the level of what the armed forces have today. Now, I'm not comparing a bungalow. I'm not comparing a bank balance. Now, these are things that I would aspire to for the rest of my life. And this is in something that is, and again, now this is going to be consistent. But the process of it, of getting there, is not consistent. So being disciplined is never going to be consistent. That is always going to be evolving. You will always keep doing harder and harder and harder. Better and better and better. But the goal of where you want to go is what you need to have fixed.
Absolutely.
So those are the sort of things that I certainly look forward to.
So you compared your ideologies, like you want to, be disciplined like armies. Have you ever, I'm saying it to make it conversation a little lighter, that we all have seen in Bollywood, we all have seen that like the royal families have a fixed regime for their prince, right? Like you have to wake up, follow discipline, talwar bazi karni padegi. Have you ever been through all of that? So, yes. Was it any kind of discipline you went through?
So those are the sort of things, thanks to that part of the, big thank you to that part of the world for being able to create such images which are far from the truth.
Okay.
So those are the sort of things that are make-believe stories.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, with the medium's strength and power, that they're able to convince people that may be the truth. But unfortunately, it's a story.
Yeah.
Till a certain extent. There may be elements of it that may come out, but then that element is always obviously a very a short, quick element that happens and then goes on, and then it's what everybody's read or what everybody's seen. But yes, obviously there's a certain level of discipline that you have, which everybody does. At that age, what do you do when you get up in the morning? You go to school, right?
Yeah.
So that's what everybody did. No? or you think that I've looked different, come from outer space with 6 horns and 7 heads, and but no. So those are the sort of things that everybody follows. That's what you do in life. But it's the same thing that people are doing that you like to do differently. That's all.
What were your hobbies as growing?
I love to play cricket. I still play cricket. Then I still try and play cricket today. I love flying model aircrafts. Wow. I'm a huge fan of die-cast, so I love to correct miniature models. Okay. I'm a huge Hot Wheels fan as well. So
we could see that.
So I like collecting some of those sort of things. As and when time permitting and things, I like to sketch or paint when I get a bit of time. So those are the hobbies.
You sketch and paint. You're handling a really big empire. You are interested in sports cars. You play cricket. And then for time pass, you play TT as well, which we saw.
Yes. So that's a very boarding school habit.
Anything?
That's a very boarding school habit. I was 7 years in boarding school, so every house had a table tennis table,
Okay.
So even if you liked it or you didn't, you ended up playing table tennis. So the fact of the matter, that's this.
You went to boarding school?
Yes, I was in that too for 7 years of my life. So those elements of yours is something that I tried to make a part of my environment. And as I said, you bounce off a lot of your environment. Now that you tell me, I never thought of this. Now this has come back to me from 2002, and we are now in. So this is almost so how many years has it been now? Mathematics, as you know, is very good. So at over 16 years.
It's 19.
19 years, there you go. So at the end of the day, it's taken 19 years and you to come and talk to me to realize that I picked up a boarding school habit to make a part of me today, 19 years later. So now that's the realization, no?
Yeah. And that's how it came from. Even I don't know why I was doing, I need a table tennis table, but after 19 years, everybody's just wondering, why is he talking about it? I'm wondering, why am I talking about it? But now when you ask me these questions, I go back, it's perhaps because we played it in school. Oh.
And it still lingered on.
That's
and
true.
It took me, you to ask me this question to realize that. No?
Yeah. So do we now, even the fact that you were one...
You want to share the scores?
What?
You want to share the scores of the
No. No. I want to even it out. That there was 1-0, right? It should be 1-1 now. Because I helped you realize something. So we are at an even now.
Accepted. Done.
We can continue this in a much lighter space now. All right. Absolutely. So how did you not let this get in your head? Because you were in boarding school.
Correct.
You come from a certain background. And
trust me, people around me do a very good job at that.
Okay. But how did you keep yourself grounded? I mean, that's one thing which I'm sure family must have taught you, but it's you more than...
These are not sort of things that you can really teach. These are not things that you can really... Yeah, exactly. So, these are things that over a period of time you understand. And that's really how it has been. And I really won't really know any other way. So...
But I want to cut you here and be like, ऐसा feeling नहीं है मैं भगवान अब तो I can do anything.
No, far from it. Absolutely far from it.
Most of the people I know, they are not obviously from a very, very royal family, but certain families, certain kids, I don't want to name them, but they have such entitlement they are carrying around. So you haven't had even that moment of, okay, now I have everything. What next? You could be very arrogant.
इसके अंदर वापस मेरे को एक चीज याद आती है कि जो अकड़ जो है वो मुर्दा लोगों में होती है, जिंदा लोगों में विनम्रता होनी चाहिए.
Wow.
Something which has no life is what is going to be stiff. Something that has life will always be softer and more gentle, more worthy.
You just answered it in the most beautiful way you could.
What came to my mind, this is the only thing that I can really...
You love art and poetry, right?
I love art and poetry, absolutely.
Is there any one specific book or a piece of art you want to share that everybody should read?
Yes, absolutely. There is one piece of art, there is one book, there is one institution, and his name is Shailesh Lodha.
Okay.
And he is certainly one person one should read.
Okay.
Because किताबें तो हमने स्कूल में भी नहीं पढ़ी और तब मैं झूठ बोलता नहीं था ना, अब बोलना शुरू करूँगा ना, कल बोलूँगा. So जो किताब मैंने पढ़ी वो उस जीते जाते इंसान के तौर के ऊपर. He is the man who I've really read. I'm very fortunate and blessed to be able to have him in my life. and somebody who I'm very close to, and it's a very non-conventional way of reading books. So he's obviously, according to me, the greatest poets that probably exists just now. And his experiences and the way he says it, especially for the youth and our age group of people, is sensational. And that is certainly someone one must read and understand.
True. Now, taking things on a different note, because my channel stands everything, it revolves around business, it revolves around money, investments. So, how...
We'll make all of that and make that happen, all also non-conventionally as well.
Okay, very, very basic question, Abrev. Do you still have normal people things, or do you have different things? I mean,
what is normal people?
Normal
things?
thing,
What
I
is
mean,
not normal thing? Tell me both so that I can tell you, because I really won't know what to say.
No, I was going to elaborate this question. Like, do you also have a savings account, and you also invest in mutual funds like everybody else?
Absolutely.
Or you have a different financial planner and a different history to it?
No. Very much the same. As I said, numbers is not my cup of tea, so I'm very blessed to have a great team who helps me put all of that together. But I do know these things exist because my phone beeps and I suddenly wonder ki ye kya hua hai? So then I have to call and ask, but it's almost on all those categories and segments that you've spoken about is what reminds me. So yes, absolutely.
True. So is there something which your parents gave you, like the financial planner? Because this is how it travels in the families, right?
So the idea here is, देखो कि अगर क्या होता है कि you give somebody a lock and a key, so that a key will open a lock.
Okay.
But if they give you the art of making a key, then you have the master key, so that you can open up things. So the idea is more to not transfer a key to you so that you can only open a lock. The idea is to give you the art of making a master key that you can open any lock.
Wow.
So the idea is that when you are learning, when you're going through things, when they're telling you things, so then they tell you certain basics and then you run with it.
Do you want to share certain basic or any one basic which has helped you a lot in your life? Which you have learned from your family?
Everything that begins with the first step or the journey of 1,000 miles, that begins with the first step is of being a good human being. Everything is embedded in that seed as far as I'm concerned.
And talking about good human being is, as far as I know, it's living with a sense of giving.
Completely.
Right.
Or giving, taking, in having to take something, there is no harm. But as far as you know that you've done it with the right intent, it has ethics to it, there is nothing wrong. But as far as it is, it envelopes this particular.
How do you plan on to continue the journey of being a good human being, of giving it to people, giving something more than what you could? Having the philanthropic side of you.
No, so that is something that you again, you don't overthink about it. You do it in your routine life. That it shouldn't be pressure onto you. Ye karna hai. When that realization happens, when that mood happens, when that thought happens, you go ahead and do it. So and by the grace of God, one's been very fortunate, and you can then do those sort of things, but without feeling that pressure of having to prove. It just very naturally unfolds.
But you come to a position, right? You obviously realize that with great power comes great responsibility, and you must be feeling good responsibility that you need to empower young people, you need to guide them in a way, and you need to give them a kind of a platform which most of the people can't afford it by themselves. So you become that. So is there anything which you are giving it to them?
So that's the worst thing you can do, is to spoon feed people.
Okay.
As I just said earlier, the idea is not to spoon feed anybody. The idea is to kind of make them independent where they can stand on their own 2 feet. You will be doing them a disservice if you are kind of spoon feeding people. But if you are allowing and helping them and giving them a hand on a consistent basis to stand on their own 2 feet, to be able to do things on their own, is a greater service that you may be doing. They may not like the flavor of it in the beginning, but they will always kind of realize, understand, and have far more greater respect later. And that's what happened as well. So it's very easy to get spoon-fed because you don't have to do anything.
Sure.
Somebody's doing all the hard work and putting food in your mouth. Now, it ain't going to work like that. That's not a sustainable model. So the idea is for people to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, stand their ground, understand what their strengths are, and start working on them. That's why I say again, come back to the previous point. The idea is to learn the art and not just have one key so that you can open one lock and then criticize later, oh, there are 4 doors, but I only have the key for one lock. Now, what are you going to do? There are 3 other doors.
True.
Are you going to sit down, criticize, and feel bad and blame somebody else, or you're going to get up and try and do something about it?
True. You absolutely need to get up and do something about
So
it.
there you go. So that is where the art and the technical know-how is far more important. So the investment should be there.
Now, we're talking about investment. We're talking about learning. Everything is around. You need to be able to become a good human being and you need to learn the art.
Ji.
How do you become a better learner in life?
By keeping your mind open. Anything closed is never going to work.
Okay.
Everything open is going to work. So, so your mind, body, soul, eyes, ears.
But you have preconceived notions about everything, how things work. And obviously, at certain points, you have that open mindset. That's how you grow.
Correct.
But there are some things in your mind which makes you fix ki, okay, ye aisa hi hoga.
देखो, so humans have a great tendency. One needs to understand that, be it from any part of the world. Humans like to fix things that are not broken. कोई चीज टूटी हुई नहीं होगी ना, उसको पकड़ा दो, उसको ठीक करने लग जाएगा वो. इंसानी फितरत है. So you need to do certain things. Step back, realize, understand that this is something that's not broken. I don't need to fix it.
Okay.
So that is where to be able to answer that segment. So all what you really need to do is to keep your eyes and ears open. It's as simple as that, and don't try and fix something that is not broken.
Ooh. So you meant to say that.
Penny dropped.
Yeah, I was saying. I just, my mind boggled there, right? Like I was thinking about.
These other people are happy. So idea is again not to get people to react.
Yeah.
The idea is to get people to respond. So as far as you're getting responses, it's wonderful. If you're getting reactions, then you need to change. If you're getting responses, then you're on the right path. 5 into 2, 10, 2 into 5, 10. That's the way you cross-check. The same way reaction and response.
That's true. That's absolutely true. That's a way to look at life.
Exactly.
Wow. And coming back to the initial question, okay, everything is related to so much philosophy and good things in the entire conversation. Which
But philosophy that is very easily convertible to reality.
True.
You can very easily encash this.
I think, but the hardest thing in life is to be simple. You are being very simple.
But it's the easiest also when you start doing it. When you are far from it, that's when you think like this. I also used to think like that. But when I said, "Nahi, ek baar karke to dekhe," so then it was simple. It was simple.
Wow, that's
Unless
one
we
way.
don't make it hard. Unless we don't try fixing it, नहीं इसको सुधार देते हैं.
Coming back to the every point we talked about, the baggage, सुधार देते हैं, learn. Nice. Now, the business part we were talking about is how do you handle businesses? What do you do in terms of
same thing.
What is your major business and how do you handle it?
So the major business is hotels and which needs to be successful. So you've been sitting here for an hour now. You're sitting here for an hour. That's
wow.
So this hour has really flown very soon.
This hour actually flew. We've been sitting here for an hour.
Yes.
We will wrap this up quickly with just last 2-3 questions. Okay.
Yes.
This is amazing. I'm not going to lie and try to pretend like it was not something. It was awesome. It was.
I'm glad.
I loved it. Now I've got. So the main part you were talking about the hotels is the main part.
So that's where our bread and butter comes from. Obviously, every business needs to be successful when obviously you're making the right kind of money and all of that. But those are all the lesser important things. If you have the fundamentals in place, the bank balance will also do well. The hotels will also do well. Your business will also do well. The people will also be good. So that's the general aim that you work towards.
Yeah.
That's the area that you are focusing towards. So these are all the tools that allow me to be able to be specific, be it in nuances, nitty-gritties, details, to be able to put these things, apply these things, and then move forward. So these are the same things that I do as far as my business is concerned. If as I would like to be a good human being, I also try and look at another human being who would be good and who would be good for the business. So if it's a mutual agreement and an understanding, so that's how you really work.
Grow the.
So that's how you really kind of want to get into it, and that's what you try to do every single day.
So one thing you've been telling again, okay, and it's very good that you admit the fact that, okay, maybe you're not good with this, you're not good with that, or maybe you're good at it. So what is that one part where you're absolutely good at when it comes to handling the business or the
No, everything, there are percentages that you're good at. Something that you're really good at doing 80%, 90%, something that you're really bad at 10%. But the really good thing is to be able to acknowledge कि मैं किसमें अच्छा हूँ और किसमें मैं बुरा हूँ. किसमें मैं अच्छा हूँ वो जानना ज़्यादा जरूरी नहीं है. But ये जानना ज़्यादा जरूरी है कि what is it that I can do well and what is it that I can't do well. So it's not about a specific in this regard.
Okay.
It's about the totality in this regard, that this is my strength and this is my weakness, and acknowledging it. and being aware of it and conscious of it. So being situationally aware is the mantra.
True.
Not knowing that I can't cook very well, so I can't be a good chef, but I can serve very well, so I can be a good waiter. So that is limiting you. But what is it that allows you to do these things well or not well is what you need to know.
Yeah.
And being aware of it. So the more you step back, the better clarity that you will have. So what you really need to be good at is to be able to have clarity. Now, however it works for anybody is how the method of their madness is what they need to apply. But the point is that whatever allows you to have clarity of what you are doing in terms of strengths, weaknesses, improvements is what you really need to know. And it's not about that specific thing. Arey, acha, ye lal zyada better hai. Acha, nahi, ye pink zyada better hai. You know, that's great. And one must know it. And that really comes very naturally off the cuff immediately. So that's not the problem. But it's that what is going to give you that clarity to be able to get there that is the key.
That you kind of answered the next question I was framing in my mind, that what is your biggest strength? But I think one of the biggest strengths is to able to acknowledge that these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses.
Correct.
And you have been doing it beautifully well. But there's one theory in life, okay, that everyone that has the vices, okay, everyone has their weaknesses, their strengths.
Absolutely.
So do you, and you have just 24 hours. In those 24 hours, do you give maximum time to your strengths so that it becomes much more stronger, or do you give it to your weaknesses so that you can make those weaknesses and make it them as strengths as well? What do you focus on? Focus on strength or focus on weakness?
Be it 24 hours, be it 1 hour, be it 1 minute, or be it one life. It really doesn't matter. That's a process that you have to do any which way.
Yeah.
So that's not going to hinder because I have 24 hours or I have 1 day or 1 hour or a lifetime. That is an ongoing process that should be done every second.
Yeah.
So that's.
So what do you believe in? Like strengthening your strengths or strengthening your weaknesses?
When a train runs on a railway track, how many tracks are laid?
Sorry?
When a train is running on how many?
One track.
Yeah, and which has how many tracks?
Two.
So
the balance needs to be there. Wow. Like, how can you be so diplomatic and so simple at the same time?
So, you know, अगर एक को पीछे छोड़ दोगे तो क्या होगा?
Yeah. And that's
and
there.
when you enter a station, what happens?
Absolutely.
Multiple lines happen.
नहीं हो
Multiple platforms. So what do you do? So छोड़ दो. So you have to be a station. Sometimes there's only this one lone track that's going through the desert. So that also happens. But that will also not run if it's only just one side of the track.
That's
So you can't say कि अच्छा weakness को छोड़ देता हूँ, मैं सिर्फ strength पे काम करता हूँ, नहीं strength को छोड़ देता हूँ, weakness. Why?
balance of both.
Exactly. And that choice in this, what I will certainly say, एक चीज मेरे को अच्छी खूबसूरत याद दिलाई. Do you like your name?
Yeah, love it.
You love it? Excellent. You like your country? You don't like it?
I love it.
You love it.
That's the reason I'm here.
That's the reason. Okay, wonderful. You like your parents?
Love them.
Your dad, mom, both?
Yes.
Your siblings?
Yes.
Excellent. Any of these things you chose?
No.
But you love them? You
Yeah.
can do or die for the country and all of them?
Absolutely.
So when nature has given you the power and the strength and the authority to be able to love something that you have not chosen, then why can't you love something even more that you choose?
Wow.
नाम नहीं चुना ना, सबसे ज्यादा अजीज वही है. माता पिता नहीं चुने ना, कटने मरने के लिए तैयार हो, देश के लिए काटने और मरने के लिए तैयार हो. चुनी इनमें से कोई भी चीजें, पहचाना कभी शक्ति को अपने अंदर. You have that strength within you, so you didn't choose something, but you're ready to love them limitlessly, unconditionally, as they call it in your vocabulary. So why can't you love something even slightly conditionally that you make your own choice of? You know, सीधी बात है, simple, keep it simple.
Wow. I don't even have any other question to end with. You know, this is such a beautiful way to end the conversation, because it's something I don't want to ruin
This
it.
is bouncing. You know, this is what I call bouncing off. So you say, oh, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? So it's the energy that bounces off. So if you're bringing out a certain thing, so this credit goes, it doesn't go to me, it goes to you for bringing this out to me. As much as I'd like to take credit for it, I can't. This credit is yours. But the race is not about the credit. The race is about actually achieving something. So when you're in a rat race, what is the first qualification?
Nothing. You have to be a rat.
Exactly. So the question is, do we want to enter that race? No. So that's the point. So when you have to determine who you are, when you have that choice, when you have that authority by the grace of nature and the Almighty to be able to make those choices, that strength, And that's what you need to put everything behind.
There's
Then
also,
फिर इसमें नहीं उलझना आपने.
but there's also one strength I wanna just compliment you for this. And so I read a lot about sales, psychology, and everything. And there's a thing called power shift.
अच्छा.
So there are few people who consciously make it happen in order to sell something,
जी.
and there are few people who do it subconsciously.
जी.
So power shift is you make other person feel more powerful than them by just making them realize that they're as equal as human beings as you are.
Right.
So you do that very beautifully.
I'm not that educated to know, but whatever came from my heart was genuinely towards you. What you brought out of me, what you got out of me, what was due to you is what was given.
See, this strength I'm talking about, it's so good
But it's
that
true.
people are feeling good about themselves just by being around you.
But that's the idea, no? If you're not going to make anybody else feel good, and if you have to try for it, then what's the point? You know, you really need to feel that energy. You need to be happy. Otherwise, why are we living? No.
True. That's a wonderful way to end the entire session. I don't want to ruin it by putting it a conclusion or anything. These are the last two things which you beautifully said. Why not love the thing which you choose unconditionally when you can love things which you didn't choose? And the other part was you need to make other people feel good about themselves unconsciously. And once you realize, once you get to a state where you're not making this conscious choice on everyday basis, where you feel like you need to make it, but automatically it happens, that's the state of absolute achievement.
Where you need to work towards. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Let's move on to a very fun part. I'm really excited for it.
Chal. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.